My child, the time has come. Not a moment too soon, not a second too late. You've felt it, haven't you? The atmosphere shifting, the weight in the spirit, the strange silence behind loud distractions. Let me speak to you now, quietly but urgently. Because while many are drifting, you are being called deeper. Many will fall away, many already have. But this word is not for them, it's for you. Yes, you, the one still holding on, the one who hasn't let go, even when your arms were trembling. You didn't click here by accident. This is not content, this is not entertainment, this is an encounter. Stop scrolling, pause everything else, lean in. Because what I'm about to say, it's going to stabilize you for what's coming. The shaking you've seen, it's just the beginning. I'm not telling you this to scare you, I'm telling you this to prepare you. Yes, the great falling away is real. It's not just a prophecy, it's unfolding right now, in real time. Hearts are growing cold, convictions are collapsing, truth is being exchanged for trends. And still, you remain. Do you even realize how rare that is, to stay faithful in a generation that celebrates compromise? To still seek me when others have reduced me to a convenience? Oh, I see you. Not just your prayers, not just your tears, but your decision. You've chosen to stand, you've chosen to believe, you've chosen to stay when it would have been easier to run. I honor that. Now hear me clearly. This moment is holy, because while others are deconstructing, I'm constructing you. While others are wandering, I'm establishing you. Don't envy the path of the popular. Don't crave the approval of the crowd, because I didn't call you to blend in. I called you to break through. Let me tell you what's really happening. There is a line being drawn, not with ink, but with fire. A line between the lukewarm and the lit, between the casual and the cold, between the performative and the pure. This is why the pressure has increased. This is why the warfare has intensified. You've asked, God, why am I feeling this heaviness? It's not depression, it's discernment. You're not just tired, you're spiritually alert, because your spirit knows there's a sifting happening, and you're not being left out, you're being set apart. This is what many don't understand. I'm not looking for the loudest voice. I'm searching for the deepest root. And your roots, though tested, though buried, though battered, they're still grounded in me. I know the nights you questioned everything. I know the mornings you didn't want to rise, but you did. And that faith, quiet, persistent, unglamorous, it moves me. More than platforms, more than performances, more than public expressions of private neglect. What you've done in secret, I'm about to reward in public. But listen carefully. This isn't about comfort. This is about commissioning. I'm raising you up, not just to be comforted, but to carry something. You are not just being rescued, you are being recruited, because many will fall away, yes, but not you. You will remain, you will endure, you will shine, and not by your own strength, but by my spirit, the fire that's been refining you. It's about to become the fire that fuels you. The very pain that tried to break you will now become the platform I stand on to speak through you. This is why you've been under so much pressure, because I've been preparing you to carry weight, kingdom weight, glory weight, truth weight. Others may bow to the idols of culture, you will not. Others may bend the truth to stay relevant. You will speak the truth to stay obedient. And even when you're misunderstood, I will vindicate you. You've wondered, why is the warfare increasing? When I'm trying to obey, because my child, you're not just a target. You're a threat. Every time you resist temptation, every time you choose my voice over noise, every time you obey when it's hard, hell trembles. You're not invisible in the spirit. You're marked. And while others are chasing platforms, I've been shaping your posture. You don't need applause to feel validated. You don't need a crowd to feel called, because you've learned the power of the secret place. You've discovered the strength of surrender. And now, I'm sending you forward with a sound this world cannot ignore. There's something I want you to understand. Your obedience is not small. Your purity is not irrelevant. Your consistency is not wasted. I've counted every tear. I've measured every battle. I've watched every sacrifice you made in silence. And now heaven responds. This isn't about a breakthrough moment. It's about a breakthrough lifestyle, where my presence becomes your pattern, where holiness becomes your habit, where truth becomes your territory. Yes, others will mock it. They'll say, "You're too intense. You're too spiritual. You're not realistic." Let them talk. They don't know what I delivered you from. They don't know what I rescued you for. They don't know what I planted inside of you before you were born, but I do, and now I'm calling it forth. Listen closely now. This is your turning point. This isn't just a shift in emotion, it's a shift in assignment. You will no longer live in reaction to fear, but in response to my voice. You are entering a season of divine clarity, where confusion lifts, where decisions become sharp, where your yes becomes more dangerous than your enemies. No, I'm giving you eyes to see beyond the surface, ears to hear beyond the noise, a heart that feels what I feel. Not everyone will understand it. That's okay. You're not called to be understood. You're called to be obedient. You are my remnant, and I'm not building you for survival. I'm preparing you for influence. The world doesn't need another influencer. It needs a messenger, someone who doesn't just quote me, but reflects me. Someone who doesn't just preach truth, but lives it. That's who you are becoming. No longer swayed by opinions, no longer paralyzed by past failure, no longer unsure of your value. You know who you are. You know whose you are. You know why you're here. And so I say to you, get ready. The doors that shut, they weren't rejections, they were redirections. The people who left, they weren't your enemies, they were your exit signs. The season that dried up, it wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Because I'm about to open what no one can close. I'm about to restore what you forgot you lost. I'm about to launch you into territory you didn't even ask for, because you stayed, because you obeyed, because you believed. And while many fall away, you rise. Not in arrogance, but in anointing, not in pride, but in purpose, not for fame, but for fire. The kind of fire that doesn't burn out, the kind of fire that doesn't perform, the kind of fire that can't be faked. It's in you now. It's been forming in the shadows. It's been tested in the wilderness. It's been proven in the silence. Now it's time to walk with power, time to speak with clarity, time to move with heaven's rhythm, because this word, this call, this commissioning, it's not for everyone, but it is for you. My child, I speak now with urgency because the hour demands it. You've held your faith through trials others couldn't see. You've carried burdens no one noticed. You've prayed in secret, wondered if daylight would ever change your story. But I assure you, the daylight is coming. Even as the world seems to move fast, the foundations beneath you are being reconstructed. Even when voices tell you it's too late, I whisper, it never was. Stay where you are, anchored in my promise. Do not shift with every gust of opinion or every wave of discouragement. There were roads you were told to walk, doors you were told were open, but turned out to be traps. Those who led you promised safety, but delivered storms. I protected you from those paths. Even when you couldn't see the shield, I placed one. Even when the door seemed closed, I held it shut against harm, because only what I ordain will endure. Your faithfulness is about to meet its fulfillment. Your quiet consistency will soon become the song others. Here many will leave, some because of fear, some because of exhaustion, some because the cost became higher than the applause. But you stayed committed when it was inconvenient. You stayed kind when you were wounded. You stayed focused when distractions screamed your name. Your staying matters. Your staying marks you. Your staying says, I trust you, even when I can't feel you. And in that trust, your breakthrough is beginning to form. Listen, there is a spiritual tapestry being woven with threads of patience, perseverance, and sacrifice. You placed each thread in darkness, but I see them. I am gathering them now, weaving them into a display of my glory. A pattern emerges from what felt like chaos, where you thought your story was ending. I'm writing the next chapter. You will feel shifts in your environment, in people around you, in doors that were locked will begin to open. In burdens that felt permanent, they will loosen. But don't move ahead of what I release. Sometimes the strongest step is waiting. Sometimes the greatest victory is staying in the right position until my signal. Hold on to the small whispers you told others were just your imagination. Every "I believe you" whispered when no one else could see. Every "I trust" you said when your heart shook, they are not forgotten. Remain, because in just moments, I will show you the reason every loss you felt was not a setback, but setup. You will see what seemed broken become your banner, what seemed impossible become appointed territory. The resources you lacked will find their way in, allies will emerge, alignments will form. Some available doors will look intimidating. Others will feel safe but lead to delay. Trust my discernment, not your impulse. You are not making this journey based on wishful thinking. You are stepping forward on my word. Let the past losses sharpen you, not scar you. Let the pain carve in you more compassion, more power, more clarity. I am with you in every ache, every sigh, and in what you think is invisible discomfort. But I promise this. What is invisible now will become undeniable. What is small now will become sovereign. What is private now will become prominent. If your heart is brave enough, speak it now. I believe the promise is alive. I stand even when others fall away. This message is for me. Now hear me clearly, for what I'm about to say will shift. Something deep within your soul. You have not missed your moment. You are not too late. You are not overlooked. Every delay was design, every detour was deliverance, every disappointment was protection. You think you were just surviving, but I was preparing your platform. You think you were wandering, but I was refining your path. Others who laughed will watch in silence. Those who walked away will wonder how you endured, but don't turn to them. Don't seek validation from those who never saw your valley. Look to me. I saw every tear when no one else knew you cried. I heard your groaning when words failed you, and that groaning reached me. This is not a coincidence. This is the moment everything begins to shift. Listen again, my child. You are stepping into a sacred season of reversal. The places where you were reduced will now increase. The relationships that dried up will be restored or replaced with better. The finances that felt stuck will flow again. But above all this, peace will guard your heart, wisdom will crown your decisions, purpose will clarify your days. This is not about being rescued, it's about being released. You are not being pulled from weakness. You are being launched from strength. Don't shrink when favor finds. You don't apologize when doors swing open. Don't sabotage your moment with small thinking. This is the moment you've prayed for and feared might never come, but it's here. You feel it in your chest. You sense it in your spirit. You know it even if you can't explain it. It's arrival time. Say it. This is for me. I receive it. And now, my beloved child, as you walk through the next 24 hours, expect signs, expect the unexpected. You may not see fireworks, but the peace that floods your room tonight. That's me. The message that confirms what you've just heard. That's me. The opportunity that appears without explanation. That's me. I am everywhere in this moment. I am moving where you cannot move. I am arranging what you couldn't even ask. For your surrender is your strategy. Your stillness is your strength. Now breathe. Let the weight lift. Let my words settle into your bones. This is not hype. This is heaven's whisper for your life right now. And remember, you are not the forgotten one. You are not the exception. You are the chosen, the marked, the called. Stay close, for the next word I speak to you is titled, When the Quiet Was Preparation. Stay ready, my beloved child. The moment is piercing the skies now. What you felt as waiting was not absence. What you believed was silence was my strategy. The ground under your feet has been shifting in hidden ways. Foundations that seemed steady have been shaking, not to collapse you, but to reposition you. You've walked through seasons where every answer felt distant. You've carried burdens no one else could see. In dark rooms, you whispered faith and your heart trembled. Yet here you are, still breathing, still believing, still standing. While many fall away because of fear, you endure because of hope. While voices vanish, yours bears a soft power. While others chase opinion, you chase purpose. While some demand visibility, you hold to integrity. The choice to remain has already set you apart. You thought your setbacks were your story's end, but they were my workshop. I pressed you, stretched you, dismantled parts of you only to build something stronger inside. And now the chains of limitation are loosening. You will begin to sense movement. Not reckless motion, but calm alignment. Doors held by hesitation will click open. People who left will look back. Doubts that haunted your dreams will tremble and fade. A peace you forgot is coming. Not a temporary relief, but a bedrock stillness. A joy that doesn't depend on circumstances. A joy anchored in my presence. Disappointment may knock, but it won't enter. Loss may whisper, but it will not define you. You will receive guidance in whispers, ideas ignited in your mind. Clarity in confusion, strength in moments you preferred to conceal your tears. Where your voice felt rough, it will resonate with both authenticity and power. Take courage, for I am doing what you could not force. I'm shifting the unseen. I am reconciling what was broken. I'm restoring what was taken, not just for your gain, but for your testimony. Not for human praise, but for my glory. In the paths where you served quietly, the harvest is coming. In the moments you held hope when hope was fleeting, your reward increases. Hold your faith. Your patience was never wasted. Your sacrifice was never unseen. The place you thought you were pushed out of, that place becomes your vantage point. From that height you will see how every turn, every closed door, every delay was orchestrated for this moment. And as you walk forward, you will notice softness in your spirit, a gentleness replacing your weariness, a lightness replacing your burdens, a restoration that begins inside you and flows outward. Stay with me, because the next word I speak is the key that unlocks the next level of your calling. You have wondered if your faithfulness matters. You have struggled with the question, was I mistaken to hope? And still, you held on. You didn't give up when the nights were long. You didn't compromise when voices pushed for ease. You didn't trade truth for comfort. And now, beloved, I am showing you what was always true in the unseen, that faithfulness carried weight, that hardship brewed strength, that waiting shaped your resilience. In the places where you felt shame, I have been weaving dignity. Where you felt small, I have been fostering a voice. Where you felt abandoned, I've been your companion. I know your scars. I know your wounds, and I know your heart. You will not stay broken. You will not stay in fragments of what once was, because my healing is arriving, softly yet powerfully, not rushed, but not delayed any longer. A strength that humbles, a joy that lasts, a peace that steadies. People around you will see you change. They will sense something shifted. When you spoke little, your actions now speak large. What you once whispered in prayer, I'm making clear. What you once trembled to believe, I am confirming. What you once waited for, I'm delivering. You will see breakthroughs appear in tasks you thought were finished. You will feel goodness in places you believed were hopeless. You will walk boldly into new doors you thought were closed forever, not because of your strength, but because of my promise. Do not let fear whisper lies in your ear. Do not let comparison bleed your joy. Do not let unbelief steal what you've already carried. You are not small in my eyes. You are deeply loved. You are divinely chosen. You are exactly where I need you to be. For the next move, as you move forward now, know that every step forward is ordained. Every quiet act of obedience, every tear, every longing, none were wasted. Each is a foundation for what stands before you. Rise up, speak with authority, walk with confidence. The breakthrough is not for the weak of heart. It's for those who stay when many leave. It's for those who believe when many doubt. Stay ready, stay expectant, stay faithful, because this word is for you, not for those who stepped aside, for you who remained faithful. Your time is now. My child, listen, this shift isn't just internal, it's about both spirit and structure. You've built character in your unseen hours, in hidden prayers, by holding on when faith felt fragile. Now the external will match the internal. Expect increase in tangible ways. People recognizing you, doors opening, resources aligning, not as you imagined, but better than your dreams. But they'll look like surprises, something you didn't ask for, something you didn't plan. Trust in that, because my hand moves more intricately than your blueprint. You may feel exposed, and yes, there will be moments of vulnerability, but exposure isn't weakness. It's intimacy with me, the world. May say you overshared, but I say you were. Transparent for healing. You were honest so others could see the path. Do not fear the genuine version of you revealing itself, because that version I created. Perfection is not needed. Authenticity is priceless. Others fall away discouraged by imperfection. You will be sustained by grace. There are decisions you'll face that test loyalty to truth, and in those decisions, you'll know who stands with you and who doesn't. Those who stay are not many, but they are mine, because I ask not for numbers, but for hearts. Your heart has chosen to stay. Your heart has chosen authenticity. Your heart has chosen me. Even when the crowd moved, that decision demands blessing, and I bring it. Expect alignment with people who respect your journey, who encourage your calling, who walk in integrity. Expect provision that surprises your mind. Expect peace that grounds your soul in chaos. Expect clarity, even when you thought all was confusion. Do not settle for partial answers. Do not compromise on what I have spoken. Do not lose hope because of visible storms. You are not unfinished. You are unfolding, and your unfolding reveals my glory. Even when it feels like the world is unraveling, you are being rewoven, stronger than before. I am using what others discarded to craft your breakthrough. You thought you were bypassed, forgotten, but I placed you in waiting to deepen your roots. Now, the growth will be unstoppable, but don't confuse growth with busyness. This season calls for intentional stillness. Stillness is not inactivity. Stillness is strategy. It's how I move when the noise is too loud. I have been speaking through the whispers, through the quiet moments, and yes, through your tears. You've wondered, is this still God speaking? Yes, especially then, because I'm not only found in celebration, I'm found in the quiet moment before clarity breaks in, before the answer arrives, before the miracle appears. And that moment is now. You will walk into places where your name was never considered, but it will be remembered. Your faith has carved space for you in rooms where status can't enter. Do not be afraid to enter. I prepared those places not for your ego, but for your assignment. You will not have to prove yourself. You will not have to perform. You only need to be faithful, because I'm not sending you as a spectacle. I'm sending you as a solution. Even in silence, your presence will carry my word, even without credentials. Your spirit will speak louder than titles. Don't underestimate what I'm doing. Don't let comparison silence your celebration, because what's coming is for you, crafted in secret, released in divine time. Others may fall away because they expected me to act on their timeline. You waited, you stayed. So now, I release. Let this word burn within you. You are not behind. You are in step with me, and those who mocked your patience will witness your promise fulfilled. Your time is not coming, it has come, and it starts. Now you've cried in silence and smiled in front of those who would never understand the depth of your battle. But every silent tear was seen, every quiet act of faith was recorded, and now heaven is responding. You were not ignored. You were being positioned while others were chasing applause. You were choosing obedience, and that obedience will now carry the weight of glory. You're not stepping into what's next because of your effort. You're stepping into it because of your alignment. This is not reward for performance. This is inheritance for endurance. You stayed when others ran. You believed when the evidence disappeared. You hoped when hope made no sense. Now, you will see what only the faithful can. A door is opening, and it's not one you knocked on. It's one I built while you were in the dark. It's been closed to others because it was crafted with only your fingerprint in mind. Walk through it. Don't hesitate. Don't explain. This is the answer you stopped praying for because you thought it was too late. But I don't operate in delay. I work in preparation. And now, all things are ready. Do you feel the shift? That strange quiet in your spirit? It's not fear. It's settling. That's my peace. That's your confirmation. No more wrestling, no more questioning if you're qualified. What I qualify, no man can disqualify, and you are stepping into what I've spoken over you from the beginning. There is no enemy strong enough, no timeline delayed enough, no betrayal deep enough to cancel what I have declared over your life. This word is your confirmation. This moment is your evidence. Now, breathe, because what's ahead will not require striving. It will require trust. The kind of trust that lets go of the backup plan. The kind of trust that stops rehearsing disappointment. The kind of trust that says, God, even now, I believe you, yes. Even now, even after the doors that didn't open, even after the people who walked away, even after the prayers that felt unanswered, because what you thought was no was actually not yet, and not yet is over. Now begins the release. You will not have to fight for this, because this time I fight for you. You stood still long enough. Now, watch what I do when I move ahead of you. You'll recognize this season by one sign: unexplainable peace. Not because everything makes sense, but because you know who's in control. This peace will silence your inner critic. It will mute the voice that said you missed it. It will calm the storm that's been raging under your smile, because I'm not just calming the winds around you, I'm calming the waves within you. The unrest you've carried wasn't yours to bear. The guilt you've worn like armor, I'm lifting now. It's time to stop apologizing for surviving. You didn't break, you bent in my direction. And I caught you. This is why the enemy fought so hard, because what's in you isn't ordinary, it's sacred, it's holy, it's mine. You were built with resilience that hell could not calculate, and even though you feel tired, you're stronger now than you've ever been. This strength doesn't come from pushing through, it comes from being carried. I carried you through nights you forgot how to pray. I spoke over you when your voice went silent, wrapped you in grace when shame tried to label you. You don't owe your future to your failures. You don't have to wear your past like a prophecy. That version of you, I already healed them. Now walk in the wholeness I've declared. This next chapter won't be about fixing. It'll be about flourishing. No more delay, no more distraction, no more detours disguised as destiny. This is divine timing. People will ask how it happened. They'll want your strategy, but all you'll be able to say is, God did it because I did. You'll realize you were never behind. You were being preserved, hidden so your roots could grow deep. So when the fruit comes, it lasts. Others were seen quickly and faded just as fast. But you were planted, not buried. And now you're rising, not because you forced it, but because it's time. I'm elevating you, not to spotlight you, but to send you, to show others what grace looks like in motion. To be a walking testimony that I still redeem, restore, and resurrect. They'll see your glow and not know your midnight, but that's okay because I know what it took. I know what you gave. I know who you forgave when it broke you. I know how you worshipped when no one saw. I know how you held on when everything said, let go. That's why this blessing is different. It's not a reward, it's a resurrection. This is what you thought was over. This is what you thought you lost. But I never lose what belongs to me. You're not starting over, you're starting right on time. So breathe again, laugh again, hope again, and watch. Everything changes now. My beloved, what's coming next will not require you to strive. It will flow. You've done the heavy lifting in the unseen. Now I'm lifting you. This moment is not the result of luck, coincidence, or chance. It's alignment, it's design, it's fulfillment. You held on while others walked away. You stayed faithful when results didn't follow. You built when nothing was visible. And now I'm building you, building a life from the ground up, not just with opportunity, but with meaning. I'm not adding noise. I'm adding clarity. This next move won't be crowded. It won't come with confusion. It will come with confirmation. You will walk into rooms you didn't petition for. You'll be invited into spaces that once ignored you. And when you arrive, you'll carry peace. Not arrogance, not performance, peace. Because you no longer need to prove anything. You've already been chosen before their opinions, chosen before your past, chosen even before you believed it yourself. This favor isn't because of perfection, it's because of purpose. There's something in you the world didn't factor in, a hidden obedience, a quiet yes. You said yes when it cost you. You said yes through tears. You said yes even when you had no idea what came next. That yes. That's why heaven is backing you now. I'm not sending you alone. I'm surrounding you with the right voices, people who don't just see your gift, but see you. This time, your connections will feel light, life-giving, aligned. You won't have to shrink to fit in. You won't have to pretend to be okay. These people will pray with you, not prey on you. I'm restoring honor where you were dishonored. I'm rewriting the narrative others tried to define you with. They saw one chapter. I see the whole book. And this next page, it turns in your favor. Let them watch. Let them wonder. But don't look back. What I'm doing is forward. What I'm building is lasting. You don't have to rehearse what happened. You don't have to re-explain yourself. Your peace is proof. Your presence is power. Your pace is prophetic. Because you're not rushing, you're receiving. Receiving every promise that felt delayed, receiving every word I whispered in quiet moments, receiving even what you forgot you prayed for. It's harvest time, and the fields are ripe. What looked barren is bursting now. What looked closed is opening. What felt stuck is shifting, and it's not because you forced it, it's because you trusted me through it. Even when you didn't understand, even when nothing moved, even when you thought maybe you missed it. You stayed. And now everything is catching up to your faith. This is the season where I vindicate your endurance, where I prove that no tear was wasted, no delay was denial, no silence was abandonment. You thought I was quiet, but I was composing your breakthrough in whispers. Hidden moves, strategic pauses, not to punish you but to protect you from what you couldn't yet see. You thought they walked away and you lost. But I removed them before they could drain you. You thought you missed your moment, but I was saving it for the perfect time. And the time is now. The tension you've been feeling, that's the stretch before expansion. The restlessness inside, it's not frustration, it's preparation, because when it hits, it'll happen fast, suddenly, without struggle, without force. Doors will open you didn't knock on. Tables will welcome you that once excluded you, not for your ego, but for your assignment. This is not about applause, it's about access. Access to do what you were born to do. Access to speak and be heard. Access to bring light into dark places. You're not just called, you're positioned, and I've placed you in a precise location for a purpose you're about to understand. You'll walk in with no explanation. You'll stand with no defense. You'll shine with no competition, because I don't crown crowds. I anoint the faithful. And you, my child, you have been faithful, in private, in pain, in pressure. You've carried burdens others never saw. You've held your tongue when you wanted to scream. You've smiled through heartbreak and kept serving while bleeding. But I saw every act, every decision to stay soft in a harsh world, every time you loved without return. And now, I am returning it all, pressed down, shaken together, running over. This next chapter won't break you, it'll bless you, not because you chased it, but because you chose me. You chose my way when shortcuts were tempting. You chose integrity when compromise was easier. You chose surrender over control, and because of that, you are trusted. Trusted with more, trusted with deeper, trusted with legacy, not just for you, but for those who come after you. Your obedience today is planting trees for generations. Your faithfulness now is unlocking futures you'll never see. This is bigger than you, but it starts with you. So walk in confidence, not comparison. Walk in clarity, not confusion. Because I'm not just giving you a new season, I'm giving you new sight. You'll discern quicker, move wiser, love deeper. You won't waste time anymore. Not on distractions, not on dead things, not on draining people. Your time is too valuable, your presence too rare, your call too urgent. You are walking in prophetic pace, every step led, every moment measured. This is what preparation looks like, not always pretty, but always perfect. Now breathe, release what was. Welcome what is, because I'm not done speaking. I'm just getting started. You woke up today feeling it, a shift, a stirring, a sense that something sacred is unfolding, and you're right. This is not your imagination. This is not wishful thinking. This is me, aligning the heavens with your obedience. You've waited long, you've cried often, you've believed quietly. Now I'm moving publicly, not to showcase your pain, but to honor your perseverance. You endured the drought. You trusted through silence. You stayed faithful even when nothing looked like promise. And now the promise is forming. Don't confuse slow with still. I've been working behind the curtain, adjusting things, removing people, preparing rooms with your name already whispered into the walls. And you didn't give up. You stayed, you listened, you pressed in when it was easier to pull away. That's why this blessing is sealed with favor. It's not falling on you by accident, it's falling on you because of alignment. And this alignment is producing acceleration. Things that took others years will take you moments. Not because you're more gifted, but because you've been more surrendered. You trusted me when you couldn't trace me. You followed when the path wasn't visible. You believed when belief felt empty. And now your faith has formed an opening, an open heaven, an open path, an open invitation to walk where few dare to go. And I'm walking with you. You won't go alone into this next chapter. You won't have to fight the same battles again. You won't need to explain why you disappeared. I was hiding you for such a time as this, because exposure before preparation is dangerous. And I loved you too much to let the spotlight hit too early. But now the light isn't just coming, it's following you. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to manufacture moments. You are the moment. Every room you enter shifts because you carry me. Every atmosphere you step into changes because you bring presence, not performance. And now you'll see it. People will start to notice what you never needed them to see. Not to puff you up, but to open doors that have waited long enough. This is the time. This is the turn. What was delayed is now delivered. What was restrained is now released. You're stepping into places you only dreamed about. But now it's real, and you'll know it's me, because it will feel like peace, even in unknown spaces. It won't require striving. It won't demand validation. It will come clothed in stillness, the kind of stillness that only comes when heaven says, now. So breathe. Step gently, speak with clarity, move with boldness. You were born for this moment, but this moment had to wait until you became who you were always meant to be. Now nothing can stop it, not fear, not failure, not past mistakes. I've woven redemption into every fiber of your story. Even the parts you tried to hide will become bridges for others. This is what grace looks like in full bloom. You're not stepping into luck, you're stepping into legacy. And legacy doesn't shout. It speaks softly, but it echoes forever. What I am birthing through you is not temporary. It's not emotional. It's not for show. It's eternal. It's foundational. It's transformational. And it begins now. Not with fanfare, but with quiet fire. Feel it rising in your spirit. That renewed strength, that holy assurance, that unshakable peace. That's me. I'm restoring what was drained. I'm reviving what was dead. I'm redeeming what was discarded. This is your resurrection moment. What looked finished, what looked forgotten, what looked forfeited. I'm breathing on it again because you didn't curse me in the crushing. You worshipped, you whispered yes when why was easier. That's what invited this outpouring. Your obedience triggered the overflow, and now floodgates, not a sprinkle, not a drizzle, downpour of favor, of insight, of strategy, of solutions. You didn't even ask for, you see, I don't just answer prayers, I exceed them. You asked for healing, I'm bringing wholeness. You asked for clarity, I'm bringing vision. You asked for a door, I'm building you a house. This is more than restoration. It's recompense. Everything the enemy tried to steal, every sleepless night, every quiet cry, every tear you wiped alone. I saw it. I recorded it. I'm repaying it, not because I owe you, but because I love you. And when I love, I lavish. This is the lavish season. But don't mistake it for ease. Ease is not the goal. Purpose is. And I'm calling you to carry this purpose like oil, not spilling it, but pouring it intentionally, because someone is watching you, waiting on your breakthrough to believe in their own. This is bigger than you. That's why I allowed the delay. That's why I permitted the pressing, because if I had released you too soon, you would have inspired admiration, but not transformation. Now your story carries weight, and that weight will break chains, not just yours, but theirs too. You're about to walk in rooms you once only prayed about, not as a guest, but as a steward. You'll carry influence, but more importantly, you'll carry integrity. You'll be trusted because you've been tested, and every test refined your voice. Now your words carry authority, not because they're loud, but because they're anointed. Speak, declare, command, because heaven has already agreed with your next step. I'm just waiting for you to walk into it, so go ahead. My beloved child, take the step. The floor won't break beneath you, the wind won't blow you off course, the light won't blind you, because I've built this road under your very feet. Every stone was placed with precision. Every bend in the path was planned. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are right on time, and now is your time. So walk boldly, speak wisely, love freely. This world needs the version of you that only I could shape. Let them see it. Let them see me in you, because that is the breakthrough, not just the blessing, but the becoming you've become. Now rise, shine, step forward, and don't look back. My child, listen well. This hour you are in is sacred. What you have endured, unseen, unspoken, is now the seed of your victory. You stood when many gave up. You prayed when others stopped. You hoped when hope seemed lost, and now the night recedes. Dawn breaks in your spirit. The ground shifts beneath you, not to overthrow, but to uplift. You will see what was hidden brought into the light. What was broken will be mended. What was taken will be returned. You asked for clarity. I am establishing it. You asked for peace. I am placing it as a banner over your life. You asked for breakthrough. I'm opening the doors you thought were closed. Forever, many will fall away because they weren't. Rooted because they mistook momentum for miracle, because they listened to voices louder than my voice. But you, because you stayed in my presence, you awakened my power in your life. Because when no one was watching, I was shaping your destiny. Because when you couldn't see the favor, it was already in motion. Now you will feel it, a wind of promise gripping your heart, a stirring of hope that cannot be silenced, a confirmation that this word was not for some. This word was for you. Do not doubt when you see shadows of resistance. Do not fear when storms surround you, because what I am doing is greater than what the enemy attempts. This is your redemption moment. This is your turn. This is where what was whispered in the dark becomes unshakable in the light. You will not just survive this season, you will shine through it, not because the battles are over, but because they served a purpose, not because your weakness disappeared, but because my strength now rests upon you. Lift your eyes, raise your voice, declare my promise over your life. The favor on you is thick, the grace surrounding you is dense. Every promise I have spoken is aligning with what you are. Seeing, I'm making the crooked way straight. I'm dissolving what was distorted. I'm restoring what was fractured. Beloved, look back only long enough to see how far I carried you. Then look forward, for your future is full, bold, and radiant. Trust in my timing. Move by my whisper. Respond not to panic, but to purpose. You are not behind. You are coming into your appointed time. Everything postponed is now progressing. Everything delayed is now being delivered. I smell your breakthrough. I see your restoration. I feel your joy. Hold fast. The battle is almost behind you, and the testimony is already forming among your lips. And now, in this closing moment, hear the word of my heart arise. My beloved, arise with the dignity I placed within you. Arise with the identity I carved into your spirit. Arise with the purpose I gave before the foundations of the earth. Do not hide away longing any longer. Do not shrink back with fear or shame. Do not settle for lesser when I have called you to grandeur. Every dream you silenced, I'm breathing back to life. Every effort you felt was in vain. I've been observing every prayer you thought unanswered. I have framed its response. Let your faith surge. Let your hope soar. Let your heart trust. My promise, even when your eyes do not yet see the way, you are being lifted. You are being secured. You are being honored. Soon, words of recognition will surround you. Gifts will appear that match your calling. Favor will frame your path, not for your glory, but for my glory, because I delight in what I do in the least seen. I pride myself on what I accomplish. When all human eyes have turned away, stay close to my voice. Let me direct each step. Let me order your days with purpose. Let me fill you with courage for the journey ahead. Be bold. Speak with authority. Love without limitation. Give kindness when bitterness beckons. Offer mercy when justice demands. Be the reflection of my heart in a world that longs for authenticity. You will walk into testimonies. You will see what seemed impossible materialize. You will stand where others could not. And when people look at you, they will see my mercy at work. You will become a witness, not only to what God can do, but to who God is, because many will fall away. But this word is for you. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not behind. You are becoming. You are progressing. You are fulfilling. Now, prepare, get ready to step into everything I have shaped you for, every promise, every plan, every purpose. As you walk from this moment, carry this word in your bones, speak it over your life, declare it before your circumstances. Hold it firm even when the wind blows. And when doubt rises, remember tonight, remember the stirring inside. Remember the voice that refused to quit. You are chosen, you are beloved, you are empowered. Rise now.